All right, let's get started. Make sure that you have your socks, your jumpers and your layers, all of those things, pop them on. So to get started, what we're going to do is we're going to come to a seated position, grab yourself some pillows or a block and just pop it underneath your hips. Come to a nice comfy seated position, whether that's cross-legged or legs out straight, and just place your hands on top of your thighs. When you're ready, you can close down the eyes and just start with just a few moments here, bringing the awareness into the body. And bringing your awareness to your own breath. Noticing the inhale, that cold breath rushing past the nostrils. And the smooth exhale flowing out of the nose. And just bringing your attention just to any points throughout the body that might feel a little bit niggly or a little bit achy. I want you to just send your breath to those areas. Just be mindful of those areas as we move through our practice. And together we'll just take 3 long breaths. There's no rush, whether it's shorter or longer for you, it doesn't matter. And gently just cracking the eyes open, just ajar. And start to roll the shoulders back and down. Really feel like you're exaggerating the movement. So really pick them up and then send them back and down. Start to sync your breath with that as well. So inhale, sweep it up, exhale down. We'll do 2 more this direction. And then just reverse it. Notice if one way feels a lot nicer than the other. No, for me, rolling my shoulders forward and down doesn't feel natural. It feels a bit yucky. It's good to find movement in all directions, especially if you're a little bit tight. Let's just do 2 more in this direction. And then rolling the shoulders back and down, setting them back in that comfy little spot. And we'll reach our arms up to the ceiling, belly draws in, take a breath here. And then exhale, just start to rotate, just from the rib cage. When you can't go any further, we'll place the hands down. So reaching across. Allow the hands at the back here to really lift you up. Whether you're on your fingertips or your palm is flat, it's totally up to you. Just listen to your body. What's giving you more height, more length through the spine? Inhale, reach it back up to the sky, and then exhale, rotate to the other way. Allow the hands just to fall down there. Inhale, lift up nice and long. Exhale, twist a little bit deeper. And then rotating the spine back, reach the fingertips up to the sky, and then exhale, sweep it down and around. Just pop off your block or your pillow, just place it to the side. And then bring your right leg out. We're coming into our half butterfly. We're just gluing that foot to the inner seam. Now, if you've got a few pillows, you might want to place it forwards. We're gonna just walk the fingertips forwards, maybe resting onto your elbows, maybe coming all the way down. If you have a yoga block like I do, you can place it there and just allow your forehead just to be nice and heavy on the block. You start to work through the inner seams of the thigh here, working up to the groin. And try to keep your right knee rolling out slightly. Sit bones will press evenly into the mat behind you. And take one final breath here. And then exhale, rolling on up. So we're gonna find a bit of movement here through the torso. So I want you to really rotate towards the right foot without twisting the hips or rocking forwards and back. Take your left hand and then start to reach towards that foot. And you might not be able to grab a hold of anything, and that's fine. Maybe just rest it onto the ankle or the foot. We want to work our pinky finger towards our pinky toe without hunching, rolling back. Keeping your sit bones connected down. You might want to take your right hand behind you, press into the ground and see if you can lift up a little bit taller and then fold. A really, really nice juicy one to get through the sides of the body. Allow the head to melt towards your thigh, your knee, or even your shin. And slowly, as we come out, take it to the other side. Place your left hand down, and then we're going to lift up. Place your foot firmly on the ground. This is our mini wild thing. Press your hips up to the sky. Lift up and enjoy that really nice side stretch. Coming all the way down, sit back down, and then just simply take it to the other side. Half butterfly, knee rolls out. And when you're ready, start to roll on down. In some of these postures, you might have to wriggle around a little bit, find your sweet spot there, play around with different props, and that's totally fine. Nice, long, deep breaths. Making your way back up. Feel that rotation through the spine, rib cage. Reach your right arm long, and then see if you can start to reach towards that foot there. Remember, length through the spine. Feel free to use this back arm to lift up and fold. It's not about touching the toe. We want to start to really open through the sides here, finding that nice twist as well. A few more breaths here. See if you can soften. Last exhale. And coming all the way up. Take it straight over to the other side. Press the hips to the sky. Reach long through your fingertips. Enjoy that nice Stretch there, wild thing. And then coming all the way down. Take both legs out long. Grab a hold of your pillows. You might want to double up with your blocks. Legs don't have to be wide. You can bring them in a little bit closer if that feels good. You're a little bit more open through the legs here. Take them a little bit wider. And then here we start to walk both elbows down. Remember, we're hinging from the hips. So that means we're not crunching and turning into a turtle. Draw your shoulders back, down and away. And feel for a nice opening through the chest. So for you, that might mean you're here. You don't come down to your elbows, or even if you don't move a lot, it's totally fine. Everybody is going to be at a different place. But wherever you are, just notice if you're holding on, if you're clenching, just see where you can soften. Two more breaths, just like this. You might move with each exhale. Make your way up very gently. Please be careful. Bring your legs in. Option to do this next one with any pillows or blocks underneath your bum. I'm just going to do it without. So we're coming into a seated twist. Option 1 is just like this. Option 2, we start to work into both legs. So we want to make sure that our sit bones are evenly onto your mat, so it's not lifted here. Press this foot firmly in and then lift up. Take a nice breath in. Exhale, press your right hip down. See if you can rotate from the center of the body without cranking your neck, without pulling yourself. Start to take the body over to the other side and then place your hands down, counter twist as you bow the head. Coming all the way up. Unravel the legs and then take it straight to the other side. Option 1, twist. Option 2 with me. And finding your twist. So if you're quite tight through the glutes, you'll definitely feel a bit of pulling here. But if you're quite tight through the outsides and the insides of the legs, this one might not be for you. If it's not, just stick with your first option. Rotating up and over, and then take your counter twist. Bow the head, let it all go, hang the head. And then when you're ready, coming all the way up, untangle the legs, and then we'll make our way onto our hands and our knees. Moving through just a couple rounds of cat-cow. So stacking the wrists directly under the shoulders. Sink the belly and then open through the chest. Roll the shoulders back and away. And then as you exhale, draw the belly button up towards the ceiling. Release the head. Allow the belly just to be nice and heavy. You might find if you are quite tight through the neck this morning, or if there's any shoulder stuff going on, stay a little longer in one shape. Feel free to move into the side. Your cat-cow doesn't always have to be a cat-cow. You can get into the sides. You can kind of make all different shapes. Just feel into your body. Three more rounds of breath wherever you are. And when you're ready, we'll meet in a downward facing dog. You'll tuck the toes, lift the knees, and start to pedal through the feet. You can move slower, you can move quicker. You can hold one heel down, you can pulse it. Just move as your body needs this morning. Check in with the head. You're not looking up, you're not gazing around. Close down the eyes and just let the head be heavy. We're all in a downward dog. And just listen to my cues. Feel free just to close down the eyes. And finding some stillness through the feet. Keep pressing through the hands. I want you to try and make your spine as long as possible by lengthening out through the arms. Press the mat away. And then drop the knees down, come into your cat-cow. Inhale, sink the belly, lift the chest. Exhale, round the spine. Tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Let's do that one again. In your own time, drop the knees. Sink the belly. Breath in. Exhale. Tuck the toes, lift the knees. Downward facing dog. You can pedal in between too if that feels nice. Just flowing from these shapes, from one to the other, in your own time. You can take a child's pose on the way. Wherever you are, we'll do 3 more. Once you've finished your 3, we'll find a child's pose. We'll take rest there. Knees are wide. Sit the bum back. Release the head down. On your next inhale, start to peel the spine back up. So we're on all fours. We'll take our right leg to the sky or left, whatever, it doesn't really matter. And then draw the knee forward, step it in between the hands. So we're coming into a low lunge here. If you've got any blocks or any pillows, you can always place it down by the foot. It's going to give you a little bit more height. And then come on up. We're going to reach our fingertips nice and long. And then take the arms out into a cactus shape. So we're feeling for a nice broadening through the collarbones, squeezing the shoulder blades together. If it feels good for you, you can start to draw the hips forward, especially if you're quite tight through the hip flexors. And from here, press through your front leg, reach your arms up nice and long, and then start to twist. So we're reaching across the body. You can bring your back hand just to your lower back for some support. And then use that front hand to twist in towards the leg. Keep hugging your inner thighs towards one another. And if you get a little bit wobbly, it's completely normal. And from here, what we're going to do is just reach that arm forwards, start to lift it up towards the sky, reach it behind. So we're reversing our twist, lifting it up. Keep pressing the hips forwards. Slowly come out of it. Bring both hands either to the blocks or down to the floor. From here, shift the hips back, flex the toes, and then sink the hips back. So we want to be lifted rather than sitting back, having that folding over sensation. So my right leg, even though it's flexing, it's quite active, I want to create a little bit of softness as we fold over. Breathing is definitely going to help you with that. Last breath here. And just pop the blocks out of the way. Start to shift your body forwards. And we're going to heel toe that front leg across the mat and then come to sit. So place that knee all the way down. Don't let it hover. Wriggle the back knee in slightly. And then try your best to get your hips to face the front of the mat. From here, we're going to walk our fingertips down. See if we can fold over. Don't worry too much if you can't fold. You can place a block or pillow to help you stay nice and long. If all else fails, just stay all the way up. So really working into that hip, that front hip here. Last couple of breaths here. And when you're ready, placing your hands back onto the mat. All we're going to do is we're just going to bring this leg around and then come back onto all fours. We're going to take it straight over to the other side. So left foot is going to step forwards, finding your low lunge. Press all the way up. Find your balance first, and then come all the way. Reach through the fingertips. Belly draws in, and then cactus throughout the arms. Really nice opening through the chest. Reaching up, press through the front leg, lift up out of the hips. When you're ready, we twist. Take the arm across, support the lower back. Inhale for length. Exhale as we twist. Using that front hand, reach it forwards and then send it up and over. Just go as far as you can go. Don't force it. Oh, there's a nice stretch there. Gently release, unravel the hands, shift the hips back, finding your half split here. Flex the toes towards the face. Plug that hip back into the socket. Last breath here. Shifting the weight forwards. Taking it over and across this time, heel toe it to the right hand side of your mat. Place that knee down firmly, sit onto that hip. Same thing, same setup. You might find one side is a little bit more different. That's usually the case. And then setting up, coming all the way down or sitting up. Use your props, use any of your pillows. We want to make it as comfortable as possible. When you're ready, just pressing your body up, sit onto that hip and swing that leg around. So we're going to send both legs out nice and long. Feel for shifting the fleshy parts back and behind, lifting up through the belly, reach up through the fingertips here, and then start to hinge forwards. Allow the hands just to fall where they fall, whether it's to the toes or the ankles. See if you can work the elbows down towards the knees and soften throughout the head, the neck, and the shoulders. This is less of an active stretch, so feel free just to be nice and floppy. And from here, we're going to make our way onto our backs. So rolling, peeling up, and then rolling all the way down. You might have to shift forwards a little bit, come all the way down. We'll take one leg up into the belly, take it across for our twist. This one's always really, really juicy. If the knee doesn't touch the ground and you've got any knee issues, please just place a pillow underneath. Maybe taking your eye gaze across to the opposite arm. Bringing it back through center. Take it straight over to the other side. Left knee comes up into the belly, up and over. Flip your palm up if it's not already. It's just a really nice way to keep the chest open here. Coming back onto your backs. Give both knees a big squeeze. Give yourself a big hug. Feel free to rock and roll round and round. Massage your lower back. Take 2 really big mindful breaths in. Make them the biggest breaths that you've taken all morning. And then when you're ready, make your way to a seated position, whether that's rolling up or rolling over to the side. We'll take a big inhale, reach the arms up to the sky. And then exhale, bring it on in. Thank you guys so much. Thank you for joining me. That is you guys done for this morning. Have a lovely, lovely day, and I will see you guys hopefully tonight for Dance Fit. See you. Bye.